Hi, I'm Laura. I'm here to show you how to make a CAPR lens replacement. To get started, you're going to need your lens, a vinyl cuff, 2 flappers for either side, and then an impulse sealer. People often use this to seal bags, and we found it really helpful to also make this nice little table. It makes assembly much easier. So you can see the CAPR lens cuff replacement. It gets mounted on a helmet like this. Lens in front, cuff on bottom, flapper on the side. So what I do personally is I like to line up the cuff with my lens. I line up this top edge. When you get to like a more expert level, you can even do this all in a row and prepare multiple pieces, or you can do them one at a time. So once I've lined up this top edge, I then go to the impulse sealer. And this is a really critical step. Remember to do this. You want to lay the vinyl down. So it's the vinyl that's going into contact with the heat source. That's how you're gonna be successful at making your seam. If you have the vinyl, the sticky tacky bit facing up, that's not gonna seal and you'll have to do it again. So just always make sure the tacky vinyl bit is down. And what I've done is I actually quite like to put a line on my little table so I know exactly where, if I line up this edge, that this edge is going to be in the right spot. You're kind of going for having the seal line, the seam, not be exactly on the edge, but not too far in. If it's too far in, the geometry is a little tricky. And so I'm gonna seal. I wait for the click, and then I lift this up. Yeah, it's sealed. So the next thing we're gonna do is we've formed this seam, and so we're gonna do this seam and this seam. And so what I like to do is I like to kind of stick my hand in here and kind of with tension pull down and connect these 2 edges together. The tension's kind of critical because it makes you have a really nice flat edge. And I'll even kind of get some of this bunchy bit out of my seam. Your goal is just to have a nice flat edge here. So when you put it to make the seam, you have a nice flat seam without a lot of bunching. So this is nice and flat. So I'm gonna take it. So when I'm ready, I stick this down. I wait for the click, and pick this up. Inspect, yeah, it looks good. I see a complete finished seam. So I'm gonna do the same on this side. Put my hands in here. And see, I line up that edge and see how it's nice and flat along here. Kind of push this back just to get it out of the way. And again, I put the tacky vinyl bit down. Line it up. Yeah, that looks great. So then the last thing I'm gonna do is we need to connect these last final edges. So I'll get them kind of oriented. And again, you're putting the tacky bit down. Looks great. Tacky bit down. Great. So in visual inspection, all my seams look awesome. So now that I finished with the heat sealing, I'm ready for the last step, which is I'm gonna put these flappers down. So you're gonna lay the lens face down so you have this vinyl cuff exposed, and then there's the backing on the sticky bit. And so just pull it off. Be careful not to, get your fingerprints all up in the sticky bits. And you're gonna wanna line up these 2 edges. Put down. Then we're going to do the same on the other side. It doesn't need to be perfect, but you do want a nice parallel edge here and here. And then the last step is you put your hands in and fold it up so a doctor can put their face into the CAPR mask quickly. Then there you go.